right, he's a fighter.
You aren't kidding. It was a big shape.
He's a big one. Blue,
There is
Arkansas
our
blue,
blue.
hallelujah. Finally got a blue on.
I had a feeling the way he was pulling.
Good blue.
Look at that splash.
Yeah, I got him tangled up into something like God. I'm gonna.
Got you tangled?
He tangled it, pulled it, hold on, let me get another shot. I got him that time.
Oh, man, I knew he had to be bigger.
All right, let me get him in here.
Wow, wait.
All right.
That's certainly
Finally
a
got
little
the
different than our
bad boy.
channels.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, if you like catfishing, you're going to like today's show. Joe, we're going trolling for catfish.
That's right, John. We're going to do something different today, at least different from what I normally think about catfishing, where it's pretty stationary and that's the way you do it. But this is trolling. This is moving around the lake. We're going to be on Lake Wiley today, targeting channel catfish and blue catfish. Trolling, moving in different areas that they inhabit, and it's really interesting, so pay close attention if you want to start catfishing.
Going to be some good information today in gear time also.
Right, they'll share with us particularly the way Jerry likes to rig up. We're fishing with Jerry Neely, who is well known in the triad for a lot of different types of fishing, crappie, bass, striped bass, and catfish too, and so during gear time he'll explain that.
And our recipe today, catfish.
Fried catfish recipe from Donna today ties right into what we're doing on the water.
All right, let's go fishing on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Well, Jerry, we stopped at our first spot. You've chosen a long creek with a big S-turn in it, and we have the rods rigged and ready to go here. So we're going to actually do something a little bit different. Rather than bonna fishing, we're going to do a little bit more of a trolling technique today.
Well, I usually troll for the catfish, and what I normally do is I will go ahead and use cut brim and put out about 5 rods, about 60, 80 feet behind the boat, and just let it go at that, and the fish will hit it and then slam the rod down. Well, you go ahead and fight the fish back to the boat. But the S's in the creeks and in the lakes itself is a good place to start, because like a trap in your sink, that little S, and when the water is high or when it rains a lot, why it pushes a bait in that little trap, and those catfish, they'll run back in behind that trap and they'll feed back in those areas. So that's what we're targeting today, this little S in this creek right here.
Right, and since it's early in the morning, we're going to start a little bit shallow. We're in about 10, 15 feet of water to start the day?
Yeah, well, I always like to start shallow, because I think that the fish move at nighttime, they move in the shallows and they'll feed. And so early in the morning, I start shallow and go deep. Except in the day, I usually start in the channel itself, 40 foot, 30 foot, and just stay in that area up in the day.
Okay, well, let's put them out and see what we can get started with.
All right, let's get started.
Got
All right.
Oh, it feels like a good one there.
All right, let's get him in.
Well, it seems like this creek is holding fish now. We missed a couple.
Well, we get what we can get.
Well, you mentioned I might have been pumping on that fish a little bit too hard last time. Pulled it right out of its mouth. It's more of a steady wind?
Yeah, he ain't very, very big, but he's fish.
At least we're in the right spot, right through that funnel where you called it.
Yeah. All right, he's coming
through.
in.
Slow and steady.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's a little channel, not very big, but he'll work.
All right.
All right. All right, my friend.
Take a look at what we got. So, Jerry, we finally got one in the boat. That steady retrieve certainly provided that hook set a little bit better so we could land him. So that is indeed a channel cat, correct?
That is a channel catfish, a nice one.
Yeah.
And I always handle them. We asked about handling them. I always just put my hand under them like this, or like I got his fin here pressed down where he can't, fin you. You don't want to get finned on them because they're aggravating if you do, and they can cut you a little bit. And so I'm gonna release this bad boy, but we got the first one.
First one in.
And all right.
Good.
Let's get another one.
Oh yeah, feels good. Feels real good. Jerry, we went right
Keep
through
your
that.
rod up,
We
bud.
went right through that funnel.
Keep your rod up.
Rod up.
There you go.
Like I said, we saw that bait went right
Fish
through that funnel.
on,
Oh, we got a
fish
double.
on. Not a moose. Hey, come off. Oh, dang.
This one certainly feels a little bigger than the last one.
Staying down pretty good.
Yeah, it feels, like I said, compared to those other few we had on.
All right.
You're pulling me under. Ugh.
All right, quit playing with him. Let's
Okay.
get him in the boat now. He's nice. He's pretty good. All right.
He's a little better, I'd
A
say.
little bit better, yeah.
Good pair of pliers is definitely a necessity with these baits.
That's a good fish. Pretty good one. All right, we'll put him back and let him grow up a little bit.
Well, Jerry, looking at the electronics, obviously you can see there's just a huge pile of bait as we go through that funnel in this creek mouth. Now, how important is this setup here with the electronics?
Okay, the bait is the key. You know, when you're trying to find these catfish, you need to find the bait first, because the catfish lays up under the bait. And so once I find these bait fish, I'll either make a waypoint on my screen like you see right here over this one, or I will just go ahead and just get it in my head about where it's at. I'll make me a little place on the bank over there. I'll say, well, these pine trees right here where I saw these fish, if I don't have the electronics like I got, you make you a little waypoint on the bank. And it works real well.
So it obviously gives you a nice trolling pattern to go by then.
It
year
does.
after year, and it's, as you said, this is a month-to-month thing every day of the month.
Exactly, and you can do this year round. And of course, the colder months, usually you catch your bigger fish most of the time, especially in the late fall, early winter.
Yeah. Excellent. Man, that hit was tremendous.
Yeah, a good hit there.
Yeah,
Keep
when
your rod up.
rod
Don't
up,
forget
that's
about keeping them rods up.
Yeah, that's important. Keep that slack out so they don't
Yep.
throw it.
Yep.
Man, that rod tip about hit the end of the water.
They got a lot of fights this morning.
Oh, they do. He's
Cool
pulling.
water temperature putting it on.
Oh yeah, you can definitely feel him.
Yeah, they got that fight today. He ain't very big, I don't think, but he got a lot of fight. He's a little guy. You might can lift him. I ain't gonna put a net on him, I don't believe. Just lift him up. We'll just get him loose. Let's see if we can get this hook out right here. I might have to use the pliers again. Let me see.
Pliers again.
Must be plier day, I reckon.
Feisty fish though.
Okay, there you go. That's a nice channel.
Another channel.
Okay. Let's see if we can get one more in here, and then we're gonna go to another place. See if we can pick up some little bit bigger fish.
Well, Jerry, we've had a pretty good morning. We were back in some shallower water. Now we've moved a little bit in deeper water as the day gets a little bit behind us. I've noticed that we've changed depth a bit. We were in 10 to 12, now we're in 20, increasingly getting a little bit deeper. So what can you expect now?
Well, we're really trying to target some of these Arkansas blues that's in the lake, and they usually stay a little deeper. It don't mean you can't catch them shallow, but usually they're in about 20 to 40 foot of water, and we're trying to see if we can pick a couple of them up. And it doesn't mean that we still can't catch the channel, because the channel stay deep. They stay deep also. So, but we're in the channel, this creek right here, and we're trying. And the water right now is showing 24 foot, and with bait showing. So I'm hoping that we can pick up a Arkansas blue or two before we get done. But early morning, shallow. As the day grows on, you're going to want to fish a little deeper.
And are you adjusting the amount of line out to stay in that depth with the trolling speed, or is it more trial and error, or what's the?
No, we keep them about the same amount of depth. If you're shallow, you don't have to throw them out quite as far, but when you get out a little deeper, naturally, you got to let a little more line out and keep it about 60 feet, 70 feet behind the boat.
About a half a spool or so?
About a half a spool.
Okay. Two.
Feel
Could be our
good?
blue, maybe.
I don't know.
We dropped off into what that?
Keep that rod up, all I can tell you.
I know. You would remind me of that. We dropped off that
Look like
edge
he-
there, right under that bait, and sure enough.
Yep, went over that bait, and that's where they were stacked up under that bait.
Now the dinner table brings them in.
That's it, brother, you got it.
We got him.
I don't think this is a blue, but he's pretty good channel, I think. Yep.
Another channel.
Yep. All
Not
right.
bad though.
All right, another good little channel. You know, this is a kind of outing for, it's a good thing for a family outing for children and just having a good time together, sitting back and catching catfish. It's just a great time for family to come out. If, you know, if they want to learn how to fish or enjoy trying to catch a fish, it's a good thing for a family to do this kind of fishing.
Yeah. Even the small ones. I mean, the way they bend that rod and the fight they give you, even the smaller ones. I mean, any kid would love that.
Right.
I know I'm loving it.
All right. Okay, we're gonna put him back in. All right, there we go.
Put this one back
Yeah,
out.
put him back.
That bait lasts a while, that's for sure.
That was great.
There's a good hit. Rod tip
All
up.
right. He's fighting pretty good.
He's got a bend.
All right, let's see what he looks like.
It's about 30 feet right off that point, right almost
Yeah.
exactly.
Now, he slammed it pretty good. He might be a little bit better fish than what we've been
Feels
catching.
like it. He's certainly shaking his head quite a bit. Maybe we got our blue, or
I don't know. We'll see when you get him in.
like I said, we come across that point. Certainly feels better.
Keep that rod up.
I gotta.
We'll get him in a minute.
I could see how a young kid would have quite the kick winding these
Oh,
babies
yeah.
in.
It's a family affair when you get
Yeah,
five
I'd have to
rods
hold
out.
on. I'd have
and-
to hold on to his belt buckle. I think he's coming up. Let's see if we can get a look at him. Man, he's pulling.
All right, he's a fighter.
You aren't kidding. It was a big shape.
He's a big one. Blue,
There is
Arkansas
our
blue.
blue. That's a-
Hallelujah. Finally got a blue on.
I had a feeling the way he was pulling.
Good blue.
Look at that splash.
God, I'm losing
can't-
getting tangled up in this. I'm like, God, I'm losing.
Got you tangled?
He tangled it. Pulled it. Hold on. Let me get another shot. I got him that time.
Oh, man, I knew he had to be bigger.
All right, let me get him in here.
Wow, wait.
All right.
That's certainly a
Finally
little
got the
different than our
bad boy.
channels.
All right, Paul, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'll say.
All right, all right, all right.
I knew when he hit it, that wasn't our small channel.
All right, that's a big blue here on Lake Wiley. That's a big boy.
And up there, yeah,
All
get a
right,
shot of him.
how's that? Good fish, good
Let
fish.
me hold him.
All right. Good
Take
fish.
a picture of me with this one. You know how to use this for iPhone.
Yeah.
I can grab him underneath, right?
Yeah. Now, dang. Pull it down just a little bit where I can get your head. There you go.
Yeah, as I hit the camera button, you got it?
Got two of them.
Oh, yeah.
All right, men.
Let me let this baby go. That's the biggest catfish I've ever caught.
All right. I believe this might be a little blue.
All right, Jerry, show me how it's done.
I'm working on him slowly but surely.
Feel like a blue?
Yep.
There's your other rod going.
Yep.
Might get a double.
He.
Is that just a fish bringing in?
Yeah.
I thought maybe we missed that other double.
Boy, shaking his head.
Yeah.
Get him in here in a
Let's
minute.
let him-
Down there. We're in 35 foot of water, so he's down there. I ain't sure it's a blue, but he's pretty stout anyway. Just a little channel.
Caught that other line. That's what I was seeing, maybe.
think
You want me to net him, you gonna lift him in?
I believe I can lift him. Oh, yeah.
Takes a little while when you're down that deep.
All right, this was a little channel. It wasn't very big, but he put up a good fight in that deep water, and he hit the old cut bait. And you know what? We call him a chucklehead because he ain't 5 pounds, so we just call him a little chucklehead because you laugh when you get one about that little. How's that? All right, we're gonna put him back. Get this mess untangled right here, and we'll start fishing again.
Joe, that was a little different way of catfish.
Well, it is. Yeah, I mean, I've never, so we certainly haven't covered it here on the show, and I've never done it either. But very effective. And Jerry was a little disappointed that we didn't catch more blues that day. He had several areas of Lake Wiley that he fishes a lot, that they hang out, and we just didn't find them. But we did catch one nice one. And in gear time today, he'll go over the way he rigs it up. It's a special way of doing it, so you don't hang up a lot, and he'll show that.
Let's talk about the rigs. Let's go to gear time.
Well, Jerry, we have the sun pop out. I mean, we've had an overcast fall morning and just an absolute fantastic fall day of trolling for channel cats and blue cats. We've caught a little mix of both, and a lot of readers and listeners are used to bottom fish for catfish, but this trolling method really is effective. So explain to me the rig that we were using.
Okay, this is your basic old Santee Cooper catfish rig. It has an Eagle Claw number 42 hook. I got 40-pound test leader with a 2-inch float. Now, you get floats in many colors. This is one of the floats that I use. Got a good color to it, but they whites, they got all kind of colors in them. And then I put a swivel on the end, and this, of course, that ties to your line, but I also use this right here as a weight. And this is a weight that I make, and they're readily available. The products available to make these weights in some of your bait shops. And what it is, this is a parachute cord, and I got about 14 buckshots inside this parachute cord, and I seal both ends of it up. As you can see, that one's sealed, this one's sealed, and I run my line through that, and then it ties onto this swivel right here, and it stays like that. It kind of run up and down the line. And what happens is these things don't hang up nearly as much as your regular old egg sinkers and that sort of stuff. And they run through the water. Of course, your cork keeps you hooked from hanging up on bottom so much, but I keep the cork about 6 inches above the hook, somewhere in that neighborhood, and that's pretty much how we do it. We keep it about, we cast out, and we run it about 60 feet behind the boat, 60, 70 foot behind the boat, or about a half a spool on these 6500s and 6000s I used. And that's pretty much how we do it. And the speed's real, it's real important. And we run anywhere from 0.5 to up to about 0.8. And if it's a good bite, I'll run 0.8. If it's a real slow bite, I'll slow down and run about 0.5.
And we were using both strips of bluegill and bluegill heads, and that seemed to do the trick for us.
Yeah, bluegills is a good bait to use doing this. You can have a variety of baits. You can use crappie, but if you use crappie or bass, be sure that you have your legal size carcass there, because game warden pulls you over, he's gonna know what size crappie you're using. So that's important. So if you do happen to use crappie, well, be sure that it's a 8-inch legal size, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. We don't want any trouble. Well, the sun's out. Let's see if we can get another one.
All right.
Thanks, Jerry, for that information. Now, if you'd like to go fishing with Jerry, we'll give you his telephone number. Feel free to give him a call. It's a different way of catching catfish, and personally, I think you'll like it. Now, let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen. She's got a recipe today using catfish.
Today in the kitchen we're making a Parmesan pecan fried catfish. It's a great recipe and it goes together really quick and easy, and actually we're not frying it in the traditional way, we're going to oven fry it. So it's a great way to have that crispy crunchy coating on the outside, but we're not going to have to get the oil out and fry. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my catfish that I've been soaking in some buttermilk, which will add some great flavor to our fish as well. And then we're going to take our chicken bake and we're going to place that into our bag, and then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese and about a cup of chopped or minced nuts. So I just kind of put those in my food processor and chopped those up real finely, and it's going to add some great nutty flavor, because as you bake your oven fry your fish, it's going to also bake those nuts, and all the oils are going to come out of the nuts and add some great nutty crunchy flavor. So we have our mixture here in our bag, and then we're going to take our fish, and we're just going to do one fillet at a time, and kind of close your bag. And I like to leave some air in it so that it moves around better. So we're just going to give it a toss and coat it really well. And then we're going to put it out onto our lined baking sheet. And I like to line mine with foil just because it's easier for me to clean up then. I can just take my foil, toss it, and be finished. We'll put our other one in. Give this one a toss. And then if you like, you can add a little bit more of the coating on it. That's what I like to do. So I'll just pull this out. And we're going to bake this at about 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, depending on the thickness of your fillets that you have. So I just kind of like to press mine in there, make sure that I get all of this yumminess on it. And then while this is baking, we're going to go ahead and make our relish that we're going to top this with. So, and it's a really simple relish as well. So we have 10 minutes in the oven, so let's put our relish together. We're going to take 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. So the green chilies aren't hot, they just add some great flavor. Then we're going to add some sweet onion that we've chopped, and the best, this pickled okra. So it is going to add lots of great tang to this recipe. So we just give this a toss and then just let it sit until your fillets come out. And then we're going to top our fillets with the relish. So let's take a look and see what it looks like when it's finished. You can see you got your fish. It's great. It's nice and golden brown. You can see the nuts on it. You're going to add this great toasted nut flavor. And then we've just topped it with our tangy pickled okra relish. So I hope you enjoy this fish, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna. That's one of those recipes you're going to have to try using catfish. Joe, let's go back to Lake Wiley. A good day, a little different fishing method than we're used to, but it turned out to be productive.
That's right. This was the first time we had covered trolling for him, and Jerry has refined that almost to an art form. He has spent a lot of time on Lake Wiley, and I noticed as we were fishing that day, and as he was working using the depth finder, that was very important to, even though he could recognize where he was on the lake, but just seeing the bottom and looking for the bait fish too. That was another critical part of doing this is locating the bait, because the catfish are going, they're going to be where the food is. So by putting all that together, working your depth finder, and then knowing the lake like he does, you know where the fish hang out. You can be very, very productive with it. Catfish are found across the state. All of our lakes have them. All of our rivers have them. Ponds have them. Even in a pond, you could try this. But a lake the size of Lake Wiley, it works really well, and we caught a lot of fish.
Fun to catch, good on the table.
Absolutely.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thank you for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.